Alrighty guys, looks like we're about to get a little bit of rain. First flight's on the new S1. Give you guys a little bit of update. I figured out how to get the app to work. I'm so used to going into my phone's connections and trying to connect Bluetooth that way, but that's not the way you want to go. You want to go into the app, hit the Bluetooth icon, and then connect that way, and it'll list everything that it sees. Now if you have a Android phone like I do, it will list Goosky Android and then a number. And if you have an iOS, you have to look for one that says Goosky iOS. I was accidentally clicking on the iOS, I believe, because I wasn't really reading it. I just saw Goosky and just clicked on it, but I got it going now. It's still a little finicky, but it's working. I made a few adjustments on it. But we're gonna see if we can get a little bit of a see how this thing hovers up here. I've flown it a few times, and I tell you what guys, this thing is rock solid. It's right now I'm flying in the auto level mode, which is, for some reason they call it the pose mode or POSE, I don't know. I guess it's their best way of translating, you know, whatever it was in Chinese. But basically it's the auto level, so if you go, you know, I'll go to the right and it'll level back out. Right now there's not a lot of wind. It's been kind of breezy today. I flew it earlier today in the wind, and it did pretty good. But I want to get this little flight in this little video here and show you guys. I haven't hovered, or this is the first helicopter I've flown in years since I flew my Thunder Tiger 50, my Raptor 50. I've toyed around on the simulator and everything, but that's about it. What you see right here is about all I've done on the simulator, and but I really haven't done a lot of it. For the last couple of days I kind of spent an hour or two on the simulator kind of freshen up my hovering, but this is about as bones green as you can get right here. I'm basically just somebody new picking it up and showing you how it hovers, and this thing does really, really well. Let's get it on back here. It does drop kind of quick like that if you're not careful. I'll probably fly it like this on the auto level, the 6-axis function, for a little bit, just to get used to the collective on it, and try to keep it in one spot, not to let it go up and down like this, and try to just maintain my altitude with it, and try to get some muscle memory in my thumbs. Earlier today I did switch it off and went to what they call manual mode, which is just like a standard helicopter, where if you go to the right, it just keeps drifting, and you have to actually add left into it to get it to come back. So if anybody knows anything about helicopters, you're constantly you'll add a correction, and then you'll counter it. So you correct and you counter, you correct and you counter, you correct and you counter. A guy once described flying helicopters to me as, he said, if you take one of your ceramic plates out of your kitchen and you put a marble on it, and you try to stand on a beach ball and take the plate and keep the marble in the middle of the plate, and and balance everything, that's what it's like trying to fly a helicopter. So I kind of believe him. But this thing flies great. I mean, that's hands-off hover. Well, let's try that again. I bumped my... Let's see here. See if I can get a hands-off here. If I can get off of my stick without bumping the stick. That's hands-off right there. It's got a little bit of a drop in it, but it's not going left or right or front or back. That's hands-off. See, it comes down a little bit. It's pretty good. I think I'm really gonna like this heli. I can't believe how steady this thing is. I have to hold a little bit of right in it. There's a little slight breeze that kind of comes down the driveway every now and then, and I kind of have to hold a little right into it, but that's normal. But I am excited now that I've got the app working on my phone and got the Bluetooth module working, and I was able to check some settings. My digital pitch gauge, I have an aligned pitch gauge. It's way too big for these blades, so I didn't worry about pitch. I'm gonna fly it, and what I get is what I get. But yeah, if you're thinking about getting one of these guys, I would highly recommend it. I wouldn't think twice about it. This thing is so super smooth. This is really getting me excited to be back in the hobby again. So there's my timer, and we're gonna set it down nice and smooth. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go in here before it starts raining and get something to eat. But I hope everybody has a good week. Until next time, keep them flying. See you later. Peace.